Alright, so I'm going to be discussing my new car that I'm going to be getting. It is going to be the Civic Type R. It's going to be between a 2017 to a 2021. So I know that the new 2023 Type R had just came out. However, it is kind of unobtainable for the reasonable price. But as far as I know, I think it's just unobtainable at all if you weren't on the list. But yeah, going into me just wanting a brand new car, I have a 2017 Honda Civic EX, and it's just the base of the base model. It's 150 horsepower. It's pretty slow, but when I had first gotten it, I was not even like into cars like that. But now I've like modded it out. I put, a front lip, splitter, side skirts, diffuser. I put an exhaust on it. I wrapped the hood black. It's the car is red, so it looks very sporty. I have gotten a lot of attention from it, but doing the look good, sound nice is cool and all, but doing it for that long a time, you kind of get. It's not getting old, but you want to look for something more that you can explore. So like what I'm lacking right now is obviously power, and it's an automatic. Now I'm wanting a manual. I wanted more power and more potential. It just seemed like a better solution just to get a whole different car. Not a whole different car. It's literally the same thing but the top spec, but just a different car. My first thought of getting a new car was the 2023 Nissan Z, or you can call it the 400Z. It is obtainable, but they're marking that thing up like crazy. Like if you pay attention to the listings online, or if you call a dealership, they're saying they're marking it up at least 5 to 10 grand. But like 5 grand is like being nice to us in this like the current market, but they're ideally marking it up at least like 10 grand, and I think it's a little crazy. Like proto spec or not, they're still marking it up like crazy. And I'm like, nobody wants to spend 10k more than what they should have to, type of thing, right? They advertise it as suggested price, and then they were like, oh, but it also has an adjustment for 10k more. I'm just like, I'm not doing that, and I'm not even like fiending for the car like that as it is. But so that didn't work out. So I started looking into the 2023 Type R. The price is nearly the same for the as the Z, but I call my local dealership. I call other dealerships nationwide. They're saying it's like on a 2-year wait if you were not on the list. Like, it'll take them 2 years to get the people off the list. The local dealership here said it's a two-year wait. I said, how many people's on the list? They said 10 people. It takes you 2 years to fill 10 people's orders. I'm like, God damn. Like, I know it's like, we're in a shortage, supply chain, whatever. But like, I think that's a little crazy. And I was like, okay, but like, even if I made it through the list, can you tell me what you guys are charging? They're like, about $10,000 markup on top. I was like, God damn, that shit is crazy. So ideally, that's out of the picture. Now I started to move on to a different option, as I have not given up yet. I'm started looking into the 2022 GR86. It's a Toyota. My friend has one, and I drove it. His is manual as well, so like I enjoyed every aspect of it. Manual, sounds nice, drives nice. He put an exhaust on it, really opens my eyes to like how it sounds and what I could possibly do to it. They're marking that up 5 grand, either type of trim you get. You get the premium, they're marking it up 5-7 grand. You get the base, they're marking it up 5-7 grand. I was like, I don't think I want to be, paying extra if I really don't have to. And if it is extra, I don't want to be that much. And I understand that there's going to be a market adjustment on all cars. It doesn't matter. but I feel like it's especially marked up on new cars, like off the lot type shit, 2022, 2023. So I'm just gonna avoid that. So I started looking into the Type R or the 370Z. 370Z was already kind of having a red flag. Like, it is my realistic dream car on the outside, how it looks, but the interior of the 370Z just looks so outdated. Having that model 370Z, making it up all the way to 2021 or 2022's year, and it still didn't improve the interior at all. I was like, nah, I don't want to get a 370Z. So I started heavily looking into the Type R. The Type R price range is between, obviously used, because I'm getting the either 2017 and it's going to be through the 2021, and 38 grand up to like 52 grand depending on the mileage. But I've seen some cars out there listed, the Type R, listed for like 40 grand, 42 grand with low miles. I'm talking like 15k miles, 10k miles, for 42 grand. I'm like, oh, I'll definitely do that. And I've looked in the past and it's pretty stable around there. Obviously, probably in the very beginning when it first came out, it was probably marked up to shit too, given it was the first legal Type R here. And yeah, so I started looking into that. Now I've been given the opportunity to trade my car in, look to get a Type R. All I'm waiting for is my title to come in the mail, and I'm gonna have it. So that is my entire game plan of my next future car. Now I see on some of these listings that there is some of them that are already modified, but it makes me like, I'm an overthinker for sure. So like, there's a listing for like 15k miles. It's for 42 grand. Pretty average pricing for low miles, right? But it has modifications on it. And I looked and it's been listed for a couple months already. Now I don't know if it was because they were trying to get ready to get the new Type R, or it's just a coincidence, but like, why would you get a Type R, mod it, like put an intake, put, different modifications on the exterior and stuff and in the interior, and then trade it out after 10k miles? Like, did you really not enjoy the Type R to where you wanted to keep it? Because looking at the Carfax, like, you can see how long somebody has owned that car from the point where they sold it to them and to the point where they sold it back or sold it whatever, handed over the Type. And it just makes me wonder, like, why people mod it, and then like, did they mess the car up, and then it's like, I don't want to deal with it, and then they trade it in. Somebody else's problem, don't know, or they just genuinely had their fun, didn't meet their standards, and traded it in. Don't know. That's why I'm kind of a little hesitant on getting a Type R that already has some modifications on it. I would prefer to have a complete stock base, nothing on it on the Type R, low miles, and then I can do whatever I want. So that's the plan. But if I get one that has modifications on it, I will definitely observe and examine everything, make sure everything is right before I sign the papers and everything, because it's just a little sketchy. But that is my future plan. If you want to follow me on this journey from the point where I get it, learn how to drive manual 100%, and my initial thoughts, all the different driving modes, subscribe, and then we can go through this together.